Hi guys, I said I was going to do a practice skills test and I'm just going to explain what that is really briefly. So it's like a driving test but the plane version. So you have an examiner sat next to you and you go around and fly to two different points, and then you'll have a general handling where you'll demonstrate emergency procedures and just general handling of the aircraft, what to do if this happens, what to do if this happens. You treat the examiner like a passenger, for example if I was flying my mum or my friend, and you basically just show that you are a safe, confident pilot that has full control of the plane at all times. It's the last thing I need to pass before I get my license, so today is the mock version. I've just had a 1.5 hour briefing session with my instructor and I'm feeling really ready and confident for it. And here we go. Hi, so I'm back at the airfield now. I've done my mock skills test. I think it went really well. I've been able to see the structure of it, how it goes, and I've been able to identify my weaker points. And this is really important because in a week today is my actual skills test, and if I pass that, that's my flight training finished. So I'm really looking to pass that first time, and I'm really happy with how the mock went. So we started off by flying from Leicester to Bourne, and then from Bourne we flew to Wittering. Wittering is an RAF base, Royal Air Force base. And then from Wittering we were supposed to go to Old Warren, but halfway through he told me to come back to Leicester for a diversion. So part of the test is that you're flying somewhere and your instructor says fly to this other point which you haven't planned for, and you have to calculate the route and the heading for it. So I did that and that went well. And then afterwards we did some air work and general handling and that went well as well. And then we came back and did some landing. We did a landing without power called a glide landing, and a landing without flaps called a flapless landing. So flaps are a part of the plane that are attached to the wings, and they're really important for increasing drag, and that helps with your landing. So you practice a flapless landing in the event that your flaps don't work. When you hold the lever for the flaps to come down and they don't land and they don't come down, you need to be able to land without them. So we did that, and we also did a practice force landing, which is an emergency landing as well. And I think they all went well. All I need to practice on is maintaining my altitude, which is my height, make sure I don't keep drifting up and down. And I also need to work on, when I come to land, to be bang on the centre line. So on a runway there are white markings in the centre of the runway, and for pilots a really good landing is when you land the plane and the nose wheel, which is the front wheel on the plane, lands bang on the centre line. So I need to make sure that I do that for my landings to be perfected. So we are going to go out at about 3 o'clock later on and just practice my weaker points, and then hopefully after that I'll have done really well and I'll be ready for my test. So I mentioned about flaps earlier in the video. A flap from Cessna 152, and this part here is a flap, so just behind the wing. So what you do is you pull a small lever in the control panel down, goes down 3 stages, and this moves down, and the further down it goes, the more drag it creates, and the slower the airspeed. practice the position fakes, so using the map and the tools in the area to find position. I practiced my landings, and I also practiced fast landing and also maintaining my altitude. My landings were a lot smaller than before, and I was maintaining my altitude, my height, and also a lot better as well. Actually, the wind did reduce a bit when we went out later on, but I'm definitely very happy with how that went, and I am feeling more and more confident about the test in a week's time. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you want to watch another one, please just click the link right up here.